It's not about the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money, money. We just wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price.
What's happening, Battlefielders? Welcome back to the channel. First off, I would like to thank all of you for checking out part 1 of my Exposed series. From the responses I've received so far from the video, it seems that more and more people from the community have been affected by the scourge that is T9 strange music. So, with that being said, it's now time for part 2. So sit back and enjoy as we have some interesting topics to discuss today. Let's get into it. Since April of 2016, when T9 first created his Facebook group, we've seen constant, consistent, and corrupt censorship in the community. After just a quick search through the group, you'll start to find some rather interesting irregularities. Any form of criticism about either the community or the server would swiftly result in it either being deleted, having the comments turned off, or potentially having the original poster removed from the group. Adding to this, if anyone sticks up for the removed member, they too will end up being removed, rather than the admins dealing with the issue head on. More often than not, once the offender is removed, a post will be made that twists the situation to make it seem that the admins were either being attacked or they were defending the group. The group admin has now elected to only approve posts they deem fit for the page, which is a bit suspect. And this is how so many people still think that Jamie is a saint for his deeds. Over his short time in the scene, T9 has personally been able to ruffle far too many feathers in the community. We can look at DD from last night's video and see that through his own ego, he caused a large-scale conflict that didn't just affect himself and the DD leaders, but all members from both platoons. All this because he wanted to promote his own branded stream. From that conflict, we also saw the underdogs be vilified due to their friendship with DD as well. The Anzacs also feature on this list as a war started between T9 and their platoon from simple server badminning, which led to trolling and then that blew up. It is only in the past few weeks that both platoons have kind of come back to speaking terms. But to add to that, the ABF1 community was also treated unfairly due to their friendship with the Anzacs. I'm starting to see a bit of a pattern here. But now, this leads me to the former members of T9 and the two platoons that were created from this split. Blacklist was formed by members who had grown tired of T9's ways, and for going their own direction, they were themselves blacklisted due to, and I quote here, betrayal of the largest kind. Collateral Damage, on the other hand, were former T9 AU members who had enough of Jamie trying to run their platoon. And like the ego-driven, power-hungry man that he is, he threw them away rather than dealing with the issue head-on. And this leads me to the last big name on the list, LOCQ. Now, as many of you know, LOCQ boasts some of Australia's best pilots, and as such, they like to go into the T9 server to show him that he isn't as good as what he thinks. So, in return, T9 branded them as cheaters, said that they would truce in the sky so that they could wrap up more points, and overall banned the entire platoon from both the servers and the community. I may make another video soon explaining this situation in more depth, if that's what you guys would like. Jamie is renowned for getting others to take care of his dirty work when stuff blows up in his face. A great example of this is from as recently as today in the Battlefield Australasia group, where he had one of his admins apologising to everyone for how things have blown up recently. All it would have taken was him to say sorry himself, acknowledge he'd done something wrong, and the community would have probably given him props for that. But that isn't the T9 way. Even when speaking for himself, he'll twist a conversation to make himself be the victim of it all, no matter what. And to add to that, he will never admit fault personally unless there is no other option. If he can blame someone else, or have someone deal with it that isn't himself, he will do that. Let's just briefly touch on the T9 community YouTube. And by community, I mean T9's personal channel. Most of the videos start off with a 15-second advertisement for his Facebook community, then lead into a clip of something that happens to literally everyone who plays the game. In this regard, he is basically clickbaiting all who watch his content. Adding to that is the fact that his comments are heavily moderated and bad comments are removed. So really, you can only see the squeaky clean image he tries to put across. So while today's video is a little shorter than yesterday's, we've hit on some major topics, and we aren't done yet. But again, this is where you guys come in. Down below in the comments section, I'd love to see some feedback about some of your personal experiences with T9. And if you want to see a part 3, then send me some info to my email, which is in the video description. So like last time, T9, you've been exposed, please respond.